All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between KraV and Chaemiko, taking place here on a Shattered Exile. Gonna go ahead and speed things up to 8 times speed. Let's see what the heroes are going to be. It is an undead versus human matchup, as Chaemiko is going to be choosing to open things up with the Archmage going up against a Crypt Lord. Not going to be your typical game at all with that Death Knight. Instead, KraV opening things up with the Crypt Lord. Something that I haven't seen KraV do regularly for quite some time. It is blue versus blue, or no, it is a blue versus a yellow, unless something looks a little bit strange with my eyes. Am I going colorblind? Hopefully not, but apparently I am getting allergies. All right, anyways, Crypt Lord opening things up here. Forest Troll, Berserker, Forest Troll, and Rogue will end up getting taken out. Meanwhile, off to the north here, Archmage looking to clear out this mercenary camp that has frost armor, making it, well, relatively difficult to effectively clear things out with any sort of melee units. Hence, all of the slowed, poor peasants who are just attacking in slow motion as this mercenary camp will get cleared. Archmage gets up to level 2. Meanwhile, Crypt Lord has a sacrificial skull, rod of necromancy, claws of attack, and will be trying to set up an expansion. Game is well underway already. What an amazing thing fast forwarding 2 minutes in a Warcraft 3 can do, as the Crypt Lord looking to set up an expansion. Off on the other side of the map, Chaemiko was making sure that an expansion was being established by KraV so that he can establish up an expansion of his own. Militia now making its way down. Gonna go ahead and clear out the Kobold Geomancers and finish them off here in just a moment. Will not be able to get to level 3, but we are looking at a longer economic game coming in from both sides, as the Crypt Lord does have a Pure Up of Vitality now in addition to those claws of attack. We are looking at Impale and summoning those beetles. Meanwhile, Archmage has picked up a Ring of Regeneration. Not very useful for that Archmage so far, as that Archmage does have, well, maxed out hit points already. Meanwhile, in the center portion, or at the center mercenary camp there, you can already see the Assassin trying to get a little bit of lasting poke damage onto some of those other units while trying to dodge a little bit of damage as well. The Assassin will actually get closer to the remaining units here, perhaps turn back around, as the Archmage is very close to level 3. He wants to clear out a creep camp. He wants to get that last 14 experience. And, well, it doesn't look like KraV is going to be making it easy. Trying to just rack up a little bit of damage over time is all that is necessary. Trying to go after some skeletal minions now. 45, 43 damage per attack. One more attack should end up finishing it off. No, not going to be able to attack there, as these units are actually moving down the map fairly fast here. Is the Archmage going to be able to get that last hit? Yes, it will, but he doesn't give enough experience. That guy does though, as the Archmage now drops a level 3 Water Elemental for all of his efforts. Footman now trying to get in front here. That Assassin with that slow poison so early on, causing so many problems. Ghouls, many of them are, well, low on hit points already. The Assassin doing a good job trying to spread out that poison to multiple units during that chase portion, but now it's just trying to focus down a unit after unit there while saving some of those peasants. Another beetle will get finished off here. Footman finishing off some of those ghouls as well. There are still some peasants still trying to walk around here. Is going to be able to finish. More and more beetles are getting taken on. Archmages already halfway to level 4 now, as the Crypt Lord is still sitting at level 2. There goes another ghoul, but so many peasants have been lost. The peasant number now back down to, well, a single expansion or single base 12 or 13. I believe it was up to 18 or 19 at one point. Many peasants lost there. Archmage now racking up damage on that Crypt Lord as it tries to do a drive-by, as, well, KraV is looking for more ways to summon up more units out here on the battlefield. Well, Chaemiko has not upgraded this scout tower to an arcane tower as of yet, rather low on lumber, as KraV looking to put pressure onto this farm. All right, things not looking too good for KraV. He will finally get to level 3, have level 2 beetles now after all this time. A little bit of slow poison going down onto that rogue. You can see that damage over time slowly ticking away as well, as the footmen are now going to meet and greet out KraV's Crypt Lord. That is going to be quite a bit more damage, as the Assassin trying to get in, and, well, gets in 2 additional spears of slow poison, as that will slowly tick away as again. All right, Scout Tower now under duress. a bunch of ghouls have made their way over. We should see a quick cancellation there. There's the cancellation and rebuilding of the Scout Tower. Archmage needs to drop another water elemental. Ghouls now trying to just simply retreat away because of all of that slow poison from that assassin. All right, curious as to why we didn't see an assassin coming in from that Crypt Lord. That assassin is such a strong mercenary, and goes to show you how physical effects, early on in the games, make such a dramatic difference. All right, the assassin, however, taking a lot of damage here, has to be extremely careful. No, but he does have Shadow Meld. All right, one of the few male units in the game that has a Shadow Meld. Assassin able to hide itself in the night, protect itself from all of those ghouls who were trying to swarm. Yeah, the mercenaries are great units on this map, hence the reason why both players were trying to, fast expand. However, the tech to tier 2 has begun, and only Chaemiko has leveraged the bonus of those. Oh wow, that one ghoul just got away just in time. Only Chaemiko really trying to maximize and utilize those creeps there. Water Elemental now trying to push back the ghouls the other way. Ghouls are taking quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, the expansion is up and operational with an arcane tower. Undead, I believe, actually established their expansion first. 8,600 gold versus, what is this? 94. Yeah, about a 1.5 minute difference there, as the one footman now tries to retreat back more. All right, Crypt Lord is in position here, trying to put pressure on the expansion of Chaemiko. Meanwhile, same thing happening on KraV's end of the map, as the Archmage now finally gets up to level 4 as well. We see a 4-stroll High Priest, not a Shadow Priest. It has significantly more hit points and it has medium armor, thereby protecting it from the piercing damage of the Nerubian Tower and this Ziggurat. Scroll back across here. We are seeing dual assassins teleporting back across there and now trying to get some damage here. Goblin Shredder going to get taken down. Repairs underway under the Arcane Tower, and KraV could be in some major trouble here, trying to fight back and now being forced to use the Staff of Teleportation. We see some abolished magic taking down a bunch of the beetles that were out on the battlefield, as the Archmage comfortably sits very close to level 4. Tech to tier 2 nearly done, but KraV faster in the tech race, already at tier 2 with a Death Knight in play. We'll see if this 1.5, 2 minute difference on that second hero makes a difference. Chaemiko could try and grab a Tavern hero, but I don't believe that will be the case. A slow poison now going down across these units here, trying to stack up that slow poison. They're now going after the Rogue Wizard. That is actually a little bit of a dangerous, greedy play by Chaemiko, as the beetles and the army now double back around. All right, a little bit of damage being absorbed every which way here. Forest Troll, High Priest, plenty of healing, as that level 2 Brilliance Aura does definitely help. Some more abolished magic on that Forest Troll, High Priest. Yeah, very, very strong creeps here. And that higher hit points just makes it that much stronger against the Death Knight's, Death Coil or the Impale of that Crypt Lord. That additional, almost, I think, more than 200 hit points on the Forest Troll High Priest compared to the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, keeping that unit alive. However, KraV continuing to play the annoyance factor here, bringing in another round of ghouls. Some of them are low on hit points, some of them are not, as the Arcane Tower could end up getting taken down, leaving this base completely wide open. The harassment is continually strong with this one, as the Archmage now sitting at level 5. Forest Troll High Priest, doesn't have unlimited life, as we've seen, using a beautiful light, using that line of sight to try and delay that death coil, but still didn't get enough time there. Coming back around, Mountain King is out here onto the battlefield. Staff of Teleportation on the Crypt Lord, joining in on the battle here. A bunch of low hit point ghouls, as the Crypt Lord could end up using the Rod of Necromancy and trying to summon up more beetles, as in comes the army here. All right, there's some slow poison, but there is some more poison damage there. There goes another ghoul. Are we going to see a Stormbolt on that front line one? No, we are not. Actually, surprised there. Doesn't need it, as the Mountain King may try and Stormbolt this one. No, doesn't need it either. Saving the mana for another day and another kill. All right. action is all over the place here. In comes a Stormbolt onto the Crypt Lord. That should open things up to slow poison and then Kobold slow. And who needs Arcane Sanctum when you can have Forest Troll High Priest and Kobold Geomancers for your slow dispel and also those heals. Right, it looks as though the Crypt Lord is going to get taken down, giving level 2 to that Mountain King. More units getting finished off here, continuing to hire up more and more mercenary camps. And who knew the best way for human to deal with the undead is not to build any human units, but train them all up from the mercenary camp. Apparently, humans have been playing the matchup completely wrong for decades. Mountain King now picking up some additional items, perhaps transferring the Scroll of Town Portal and that Scroll of Healing over to that Archmage. Going to be making things and making its way down here as we see Lich Death Knight and Crypt Lord coming back around here. A slow Assassin coming back around, but there's that Frost Nova, and suddenly all of these 450 hit point Assassins are just going to be completely vulnerable to Death Coil Frost Nova as well. They don't have that much health, and 450 hit points. Level 2 Death Coil, level 2 Frost Nova will nearly bring or take them down. Tome of Agility picked up by that Mountain King there, making its way back out to the north. All right. Let me know how this sounds. I'm trying to figure out good mic positioning, talking into the mic while not having the microphone boom, get in the way of the game. Coming back through level 3 now on that Mountain King. It is going to be going for level 2 Thunderclap. Crypt Lord could offer a bit of, impales. We are looking at Lich, and I've said this in games before and games past. All Undead needs to win is its 3 heroes and 2 Obsidian statues, and we'll see if that is the case here, as the Death Knight gets up to level 2 for faster movement speed, and now the Lich with plus 12 damage already, simply sitting at level 1. That Orb of Corruption obviously acting as a little bit more bonus damage since it does remove armor. Love that we have so many different maps now that we can see more variety in hero picks and strategies. Definitely the case. Also, not everything is on the same same tile set as well, as we're looking at another peasant getting taken down. Arcane Tower looking to perhaps finish off some of these units. Arcane Tower needs to feed back that Lich. Taking down that Lich is incredibly important, removing some of that precious mana, as we are now looking at the same strategy coming in by Chaemiko. A big Thunderclap coming in from the Mountain King, coupled in with Lightning Shield, taking down pretty much all of the Acolytes before much could happen. All right, Archmage not going to be teleporting back, and is that a good, smart call, having all of those units standing next to each other? There's a quick impale, all we need, and there was a Frost Nova there. There is a Roar as well, but with the Destroyers, are we just going to end up seeing that Devour Magic come back across and giving additional hit points? And Devouring Magic, yeah, you can see a large amount of hit points were enjoyed right there, as one Destroyer does end up getting taken down. A big impale, stunning down many of those units. Footman continuing to fight back as well. There is more Thunderclap. There's a Holy Light trying to finish off the Death Knight, who's only sitting at level 2. Potion of Invulnerability transferred over, as the Mountain King still takes another Holy Light as well. He uses a Potion of Invulnerability as well, and so much action coming back and forth here, as we now see a Scroll of Town Portal on the Death Knight, as we now see level 2 on the Paladin as well. Both Destroyers end up getting taken down. And after this long, drawn-out, street brawl of a fight, we are looking at 40 supply versus 40. Both sides still sitting in no upkeep. I love that. Coming back through, coming back around. Death Knight, Crypt Lord, Lich making its way out across the map here. Paladin sitting at level 2 has Divine Shield as that second ability over Devotion Aura, as the Archmage now going to be making its rounds, and does need to back away though. Wants to give experience to the other human heroes, as level 4 on the Mountain King, level 2 Stormbolt would be a significant upgrade over that level 1 variety, just being able to get that extra 100 points of damage to try and focus things down. I remember back in the day, the Stormbolt of the Mountain King, it's back to 100, 200, 300. At one point, it was 100, 225, 350, because they thought that would be enough to enough to make a dramatic difference in the balance between human and undead. Coming back around, well, once more pushing across here, multiple, well, illusioned units out here onto the battlefield. The ghouls have just simply swarmed their way over and will be taking down this town hall. It looks as though a similar plan coming in from the other side of the map. Who got more gold out of the gold mine? 5650 compared to 6370. KraV getting definitely getting more gold there. But, well, human has a little bit more of a difficult time trying to shut down the expansion. Needs to take down the haunted gold mine and that necropolis. About 2,500 hit points of fortified hit point armor between them. What is this? The ghouls have just gone absolutely, well, with frenzy, trying to take down building after building. Flying machines trying to start jumping into the air. And, well, I was joking earlier about not having dual arcane sanctums at all, but, well, it is allowing Chaemiko to transition into flying machine knights, flying machines to deal with the destroyers, knights to deal with everything on the ground. And normally it would be crypt fiends, but it is actually gonna be ghouls instead. So that could come as a little bit of a problem. All right, Mountain King does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, is forced to use it. There is Archmage now at level 6. Mass teleport is available and on the table. That could turn things back around as the militia are trying to finish things off. Are we gonna see a Stormbolt? Yes, we are. Stormbolt on a fleeing crypt fiend right there, as more damage could get racked up there. A big impale coming back across. Mountain King could be in trouble. Mountain King in trouble as he falls. Lich gets up to level 3. Paladin unable to get a holy light off in time. Paladin does level up to level 3 now as well. Lich could get taken down. He's down to 400, 300 hit points, getting absolutely surrounded. There's another death coil for a save right there as the Paladin trying to burst him down. All right, Lich down to 276 hit points, still trying to make its way. Gets another death coil for all the effort. Frost armor coupled with that 400 hit point burst heal. Absolutely perfect as we're looking at flying machines looking to take down, trying to take down those destroyers as the Death Knight falls at level 3 as well. All right, Water Elemental is getting taken down. Archmage, well, nearing halfway to level 6. Paladin sitting at halfway to level 3, needs a bit more mana as well, and perhaps Mass Teleport was not the ability you wanted at this point. Perhaps a level 3 Brilliance or for more mana would have made more sense. KraV down to 30 supply here after training up the Death Knight at the tavern. Mountain King also trained up at the tavern, but, well, not able to get enough mana to try and lay down a Stormbolt. The Knight trying to get in front of that Lich. If it can start padding that Lich and giving problems, perhaps enough damage could be added in here as the Knight is trying to, well, come in from behind as well. Are we going to see a Stormbolt go down onto any of those units? Lich already back up the hit points. Death Knight now back up here onto the battlefield. No Staff of Sanctuary coming in from KraV, though. That actually is a bit of a scare as a Knight could have been taken down. Paladin now with Divine Shield able to stay alive. Mountain King still fighting its way through. There's a Holy Light, but the Paladin has no easy way to get out of this sticky situation as there is no one providing any healing here. Archmage has a Ring of Regeneration, and, well, Paladin may want to consider accessorizing to try and gain up a little bit more life. All right, is that Paladin going to make it out alive? Yes, it does. All right, Archmage really needs to transfer that Ring of Regeneration over to the Paladin. The Paladin's job is to keep everyone alive, but who's going to keep him alive? That is now the million-dollar question. Level 6, level 4, nearly level 4, going up against 5-3-3. But we may see a double level up here on the Lich and a Death Knight. Nope, Crypt Lord is going to be taking some of that precious experience away. Lich may level up, but I don't believe the Death Knight and Lich will be able to go the distance. Nope, there goes another one. Death Knight still staying at level 3. Does also have Devotion Aura as well. Coming back across the other side, Blacksmith and the remains of this expansion are still here. Meanwhile, KraV not mining from his natural expansion either, as the Archmage does have an Orb of Fire and now has picked up that Staff of Sanctuary. That is incredibly important. We've seen a number of low hit point knights who could have used that Staff of Sanctuary much earlier on. Paladin was using that ring, or was using the Scroll of Regeneration there, but didn't get the Ring of Regeneration from the Archmage as I had imagined he would. one of the reasons why Ring of Regeneration works out so well on that Paladin is that it turns the Divine Shield into a weak form of healing as well. As during those 15 seconds of invulnerability, coupled with the strength-based heroes, well, you can easily regenerate 60 hit points just by using that divine shield as well, even if you don't have any sort of additional force trolls or priest out here on the battlefield. Vampiric aura right there. Wow, there the heretic getting in some damage there. Stormbolt onto the overlord. Overlord should end up getting taken down. It falls. Wand of the Wind as the item drop, not the item they were looking for, as that could easily be devoured down. All right, Paladin continuing to go after the Deceiver here. Vampiric Aura up, acting as a bit of regeneration once more. Heretic will end up getting finished off as we are looking at Skeletal Warriors getting popped up out of the ground. That Kobold Geomancer doesn't... Actually losing a Kobold Geomancer to creeps, that has got to hurt. Mountain King or Paladin can both benefit from that Tome of Intelligence, and it looks as though the Paladin will be the one to do it. 3 o'clock expansion still not getting established here. Mountain King still trying to get to level 5. Paladin, well, not going to be getting to level 5 here. Claws of Attack +5, perhaps for the Archmage when that item finally does end up getting picked up. Archmage with Orb of Fire being able to, well, disrupt some of the heals going down. 45 supply. Strange game coming in from both players here. Knights looking to finish things off here. Mountain King now sitting at level 5. May want to back off, but the Paladin not going to get any additional bonus experience as the Mountain King was still too close. 654 going up against a 544 so far. Undead heroes are maxed out on mana. And that may be the difference there, having the mana to get that initial burst of damage and get the ball rolling for the Undead. Units now looking to retreat back. Main gold mines have completely mined out. What you see is what you get in terms of army sizes unless they establish up some expansions. A majority of the creep camps have been cleared out as well. Only green creep camps are left on the north side of the map as the Archmage now leads the charge down. Still wish the Paladin had that Ring of Regeneration, as that Divine Shield just does so much to keep that Paladin alive. Might as well give it more passive regeneration during that time. Undead moving to take the southern base as well. Meanwhile, this beetle, well, isn't going to know what hit him. Stormbolt catching it, stunning it down, as we are perhaps going into some long distance mining by Chaemiko, who doesn't have enough gold yet to actually set up an expansion. Down to the south here, KraV is already mining away, and is that well, mass teleport moving down, and now I'm going to perhaps shut down this haunted gold mine location here. Stormbolt finishing off one Holy Light, Fireballs finishing everything else off, as well KraV is unable to catch up to this positioning. Archmage does have a Scroll of Town Portal as well, could try and finish things off. Are we going to see a Stormbolt to finish off any of these units? No, we are not. The Ghoul ends up surviving, but, well, the Mountain King, coupled with the Archmage's mass teleport, could easily Stormbolt and finish things off there. All right, items being given to the Mountain King to get in a little bit of additional damage as well. Level 3 Stormbolt. We see that long line of peasants trying to harvest gold. And perhaps set up a new expansion. This knight, well, off to the races, trying to retreat back. Animal War Training not researched, surprisingly, as it is still, well, making its rounds around the map. All right, Knights, 885 hit points. Perhaps the recent upgrade to the starting hit points of the Knight, making Animal War Training not much of a necessity as it was in the past. Paladin still looking to get to level 4 or level 5, excuse me, not going to be able to get there. Still 31 experience shy, and all the creeps have now fallen on the map. All right, Archmage, Mass Teleport, going to go ahead and head off to this side here. Quickly see that there is no expansion. Meanwhile, the army is down to the south. KraV needs to retrain up more and more acolytes. Currently training up another acolyte here, but is not going to be able to start training up the next one, as well. All of the other acolytes were taken down much earlier. All right, 3 acolytes now will be making their way over. A 4th one eventually will be trained up. There we are. KraV trying to rebuild his economy. Meanwhile, well, he is still in a better spot than Chaemiko, who is still doing this long distance walking. All right. Flying machines looking to poke down that destroyer. Here comes, or we are starting to get into, well, some questionable positions. There's a Stormbolt Holy Light onto the Death Knight. Death Knight taking a little bit of damage, and then, well, we'll be backing away again. Meanwhile, we do have Flying Machine, a squadron of Flying Machines right there. Another Acolyte tried to make its way over to get full saturation and unable to be escorted. Chaemiko just picking that off, as Chaemiko opting to not rebuild an expansion, but build up a larger army to try and close the door out on his opponent. KraV only mining with 3 acolytes here, but that is still much more efficient than his opponent right now, who is doing that long walk with 12 workers. All right. No animal war training still. Well, Chaemiko also sitting in low upkeep. So that is Holy Light Stormbolt, giving level 5 to the Paladin. Beautiful use of a 1-2 punch there. And now with 600 hit points worth of damage in spells, well, that is going to constantly put the Crypt Fiend on edge. Flying Machines trying to focus things down there. More damage going down onto the Crypt Lord there. Mountain King is going to try to go for a Thunderclap. No, he is not. He is just wandering and diving around all the way through. Paladin finally does have that Divine Shield. Destroyers have backed away. Now Flying Machines are down here. There's a big Holy Light onto that Knight there. Down to 400 hit points and dropping quickly. May need to see a Staff of Sanctuary on that Knight there. There's a Stormbolt onto the Death Knight, but Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, it keeps it alive. KraV now down to 37 supply compared to 50. Both sides still fighting their way through. A big Impale. One Knight gets taken down, as another Knight could get taken down as well. No, another Holy Light right there. Flying Machines just providing cover, saying, well, you're doing a good job, everyone. Continue to fight here, as now Wand of the Wind actually makes sense, as there are no destroyers out here onto the battlefield. Coming back across, Paladin going to continue to try and finish off more units. Holy Light, or Holy Light Stormbolt. Archmage could be in trouble. Scroll of Town Portal just in time to finish, well, to protect that Archmage and back everyone away. All right. Time for Metaphysics to say classic Crota, as I zoomed in that fight. No? All right. Coming back, there was... hey, I went 28 minutes without accidentally zooming in, and apparently it will get fixed soon. The Flying Machine should shoot the Cyclone to Death Knight, and maybe the flak cannons can't actually shoot it down. Anyways, well, WarCraft 3 physics, even though it's in the air, it is invulnerable and nothing can affect it. Coming back around, we are still looking at, well, long distance mining coming in from Chaemiko. 41 supply compared to 46. So KraV really, KraV really not that far behind overall. Flying Machines are representing a large portion of this human army. You can take a look at this here. It looks like there's 11 or what, 6, 5, 11 of them. So there's only a 23 supply army feet on the ground that can actually deal with the other feet on the ground here. So KraV still has a very strong chance in trying to keep this game going. He also does have the Haunted Goldmine under full saturation right now, and that's the reason why he's been able to constantly rebuild his army at a faster pace. Acolytes are repairing. Flying Machines, do they actually have the bomb upgrade? No, they do not, and it does look like it is being upgraded now. Flying Machine bombs to bombard the gold mine here, and if it can end up being a shot down, that will be a dramatic difference here. Chaemiko leveraging that long distance gold mining option for the human, and just saying, well, you know what, I'm mining with 12, you're mining with 5. but well, Archmage still able to place down plenty of pressure. A quick thing to note, Flying Machine's now trying to dive on in here, trying to put in and bomb all the way across. All right, big Impale saving some units there, as there was, I believe, a Death Pack there on the Death Knight, allowing him to stay alive still a little bit longer. More, well, diving in onto the Death Knight. Death Knight still ends up staying alive, still has an Anka reincarnation. There's a large Impale once more coming in from KraV, and that overfocus there might be a bit of a problem, as finally the Lich ends up getting bursted down in a split second. All right, Lich falls at level 4. Flying Machine's now trying to dive bomb onto the Haunted Gold Mine here. Death Knight, well, it's still alive temporarily, has an Anka reincarnation. There's another big Impale right there. Mountain King able to stay alive. Death Knight now finally taken out, but he still will have hit points and still has mana if the time comes, as the Paladin looks to back away. Death Knight now out here onto the battlefield. KraV is going to be in some serious trouble. Flying Machines, well, have finished bombing out that Haunted Gold Mine, and looks like it is going to be able to perhaps, nope, not finish off that Mountain King. Mountain King is completely surrounded here. Where is the Paladin to try and save again? Is it going to work? There is a Wand of the Wind and no more Impale, and there goes another Holy Light right there. Not enough mana. Flying Machines are now bombarding and hitting the ground as well. Mountain King still staying alive after all this time. That 7 armor really making a big difference. Down to 200 hit points, down to 150. There is another Holy Light right there. Archmage now with level 7 as the Death Knight falls at level 4. Mountain King, just seeing his life flash before his eyes multiple times, ends up, well, staying alive throughout the matchup, as Chaemiko opening things up with an unorthodox strategy, using the mercenaries highly effectively, and then, well, not setting up an expansion, using long distance mining to keep up with KraV, and ending out with just winning with his heroes. Great game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.